I was an educator in the States for a number of years. I was in Teacher Corps, which is like Teach for America back in the 70s, and got a job in an inner city school, worked there as an intern for a year, then I got a real job, and then got married and decided we wanted to go into Peace Corps. So we went into Peace Corps, didn't know about international education, but we were having a hamburger at the American Club in Yaoundé, and I saw these little American kids running around in the middle of Cameroon, and I said, what are you guys doing? And my wife said, oh, they're from the embassy school. And we were sitting in the embassy pool, actually, embassy school pool, and that's when I first became aware. Then as we were leaving Peace Corps, an opening came up in that school. It was a teaching principalship, and my wife and I were both teachers. Neither of us were principals. So we went to the interview. I actually had to borrow somebody else's jacket. I looked like I was in my big brother's jacket. And at the end of the interview, they said, well, which one of you wants to be principal? So we looked at each other, and we hadn't even thought about that. And I actually said, well, can we share it? Can we do a job share? And in those days, that wasn't a known thing. Said, no, you can't do it. One of you has to be principal. So being, 30-ish kind of age and not having any children yet, we had thought, well, let's have a kid soon. And honestly, it was like, okay, kid, principal, be a principal, have a kid. I don't know. What do you think, Kath? You have the kid, I'll be the principal. It was almost like, it wasn't quite that. Biology was involved, but that got us into the American schools overseas. And then from there, a long career. Just going back and getting some credentials, then going to Liberia. Then I worked at ISS for a number of years in the 90s. Then I went to Portugal, and then Pakistan, and then South Africa. Well, for me in my career, it's like I've been in all those schools, running one little school at a time in various places. And when you hit a certain age, at least my experience is, you look back and go, so what? What the heck? Why is this important in the world? And being an educator, you have a pretty good answer. I've helped kids, I've improved the world. But at a certain point as an administrator, you go, well, what is it I really want? Do I want to just run another big school? Do I want to get a bigger school, a smaller school? And I think what ISS offers me is a chance to aggregate all of my experiences and then apply them in unexpected ways, either to start up new and interesting places or to help manage the 5 schools that I work with. So I feel a little bit like maybe a U.S. superintendent might feel, spreading your influence across a wider range of children and experiences and challenges. The disadvantage, it pulls you further away from the kids, which is one of the motivators educators have. But what I like about ISS is that I get a chance to make a difference in a lot of schools. I get to be creative at times and build new projects, solve problems, help the administrators that I work with, the five heads of school that are under my little mini umbrella, and indirectly help the other 10 schools. And I think that's a fairly good feeling as towards the top of a career, to have a chance to do that.